Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for Cities Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Saturday's What Map. BonBon here, hope you're fine. Now today's map surprised me. In fact, it turns out that there are some really good maps by people I've not heard of before. This one's almost vanilla as well, so what are the chances? It's Unknown Territory 2 by NotValidated. Little problem with the name, but we'll get to that in a minute, okay? Right, let's have a look at the start square, which is perfectly fine, okay? Perfectly fine. Very nice. River and everything. Then you've got the resources, a little bit of everything. The oil is mostly in the docks and at the top of the mountains, so maybe you won't be doing much oil mining. Right, what do we need? What do we need? What do we need? Mass transit and a pine tree. I did tell you it was almost vanilla, didn't I? It's worth having a read. He's very entertaining as well. I say he, could be a lady, but I get the feeling it's a guy. I don't know why. Perhaps it's just a chauvinistic bit in me. Right, the bridge is perfect. Looks like it's been used with Move It to stretch it out and make it a little bit more lower profile. Like it, it's parallel, everything's aligned, it's beautiful actually. And I would have thought they'd be a bit closer together, these two bridges, but they're not. And I like the distance, so I'm not going to moan about any of that. Really nice. And we enter land and see that little essential lighthouse. We're not going to concentrate on the essential lighthouses today. I'm just going to mention that there's one there. Okay. There's a start location. It's not the start square, but it's a start location. Here, very nice, elevated at that point, so you are going to need to drop the roads down, but that's not a big problem at all. And we've got these bridges, quite a way apart again. High enough for a cruiser, do you think? Well, we'll have a look a bit later. There's a little pier there as well, once again. I'd have that pier a little bit lower, okay? It's just a little bit high up. Once again, we're not going to look at that later, because there's plenty of other things to look at here as well. Loving the mixture of trees, okay? Mostly vanilla, but those pines, they really make the difference. They really mix it up really nicely. But anyway, yes, all these roads are just the right height. If you have a look there, actually, there's a lamppost under there. Just the one, a street light, as some other people would call it. And it's just the right height, that bridge, for it not to clip through. That is excellent work. How many times have we seen that from, well, even some accomplished map makers? Now I'm liking, like I say, the distance between the roads. Like I say, this is wider than I would normally like, but it really works on this map. It's lovely. Nice detailing with the trees at this intersection. This is your start square. Once again, those roads are really wide apart. I like it. I never would have thought I would say that. It's just quite loose, but controlled. Loose but controlled, as a phrase. Next bit's probably the oddest part for me. These are elevated highways to go up the hill. I was surprised. Now, I wouldn't have done this, but it's faultless. It's absolutely faultless. Both of them are absolutely parallel. The same slope all the way up the top. Even this bend at the top is so well controlled. It stays elevated all the way, doesn't come down to land until it goes to this high elevation. So I mean, I think that's absolute genius. Absolute genius. And well, even better map makers than NotValidated or more accomplished ones would have struggled with that. This is a variation on the cloverleaf, and it's fine. And we've got roads that go off left and right. We're just going to quickly zip round these because these go off to the two other highway exits. So one goes that way, okay. And then if we come and have a look, this one goes the other way, right, this way here, over a bridge, and then connects up with this original highway and goes off that way. Right, so we've looked at those. We don't really need to go in close at those ones. I want to go this way a bit further. We've got the cloverleaf. the standard one, nicely decorated again with the mixture of trees. At this end, it comes out quite close to the railway. That might cause you one or two minor difficulties. Over this side, perfectly fine, lovely. Also notice that the highways bow in to actually meet up with that. I probably would have pushed them out a little bit myself, the two sides of the cloverleaf, but once again, faultless, can't blame it. This is very nice. This is like a harbour out at sea. It is very nice indeed. I've not seen this like this before, and the parallel highways and rail going through it is absolutely glorious. Wow, just wow. Well, we'll come back the way we started and along the way we finished. Have a look at these rail lines, shall we? This one, like I say, we come see it goes underneath the highway there, and we'll bear off right now. We're going elevated, which I thought was odd, but once again can't really fault it. And then we can drop down from the elevation into the docks. Lots of rail lines down there. You might end up deleting some of those, but they work fine. Just on that middle one though, that big one there, you see. Then we bear off and we go elevated over the sea. Once again, I don't really have a problem with that. Normally I do, but it's been done well. When things are done well, all the rules stop applying. Now that goes off to the fog that way. There is a second line. Runs the other side of those highways at the beginning. We'll bear off this way. And then this bridge, is it good? You know it's going to be good, don't you? Stays elevated. Stays elevated. Carries on elevated over here, stays elevated a bit longer. It's just really nice, and a nice long slow precise bend going off to the fog again. Right, and then there you go. Oh, two more lighthouses there, a red and a blue, one on either side. And the only minor grumble, tiny grumble if you can call it a grumble, is this isn't entirely flat. Look, that's a minor peak. We'll zoom along a little bit. Hang on, let's go along. Right, let's get settled in. There you go. So that's high. Not very high. Lower. 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 Higher. Back down to lower. 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 Higher. There. Not by much. Just half a nodule. That's about it. Whew, asset review time, and it's quirky today. You've seen the film Oblivion? You know, that one with Tom Cruise, and it's futuristic and cloning and all that kind of stuff? Well, you know the house he lives in? You know the house? You know, that one up there in the sky? Now, I apologise now for the cinematics. It's so difficult to do cinematics when you're way up high. So we'll do a couple of routes around this. I know you can't really see it that clearly. I'm sorry. Hit the pause button. For those of you with a laptop or a desktop, you do know. Hit the K button. That pauses things. Hit the K button again. It starts things again. Did you know that? Useless information there. So anyway, that is a very nice approximation of Oblivion OB49 High-Rise RICO by luminou. Luminou, whoa, what a creator. Did I say luminou? I meant luminou. Shipping routes, very, very nice. We've got this. They cut into the harbours, one to each one. And then we'll carry along over here and goes off. And I like the way they go into those harbours because if you didn't, you can almost see it going cross country just to get into the harbour. Very clever done. Here we've got this one that goes down this river under the big bridge. And that one there, is that high enough? Hang on, there's a boat coming. Oh, perfect timing. And there's a cruiser as well. Brilliant. Right, so we'll follow you along in a minute. Sorry, I'm getting a bit wheezy here. And that goes off to the fog. We've got a couple of loop-de-loops routes around here. And back out that way. Right, let's zoom back in and have a look at this cruiser, shall we? See if it can make it under that bridge. I'm sure it will. Let's get in. Let's get right in behind you. Right in the exhaust. Hey, don't run away from me. I want to get in behind you. That's more like it. Oh, cheeky old cruiser there. Did you see that? Cheeky old cruiser. Right, okay. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Is this going to be an obligatory 1-star lost off? Is it? If it makes it under, we'll be happy. And it does. Well, there you go. Did I have any doubt at all by not validated? Not really. Right, what we've got to do now? Oh, water. Running water and all that. Well, the rivers do seem to have current. This one goes downstream. Loses a little bit of power at the end, but it's still moving and going out to sea. There's not an awful lot going out of the sea, but there we are. Let's follow this one. Doesn't look like it's moving much, but you're coming right in. You can actually see it is moving. When you lose depth of currents, then you lose those little arrows, don't you? This one goes off this way as well. This is all downstream as well. And then you go into this little S-bendy type thing. Very nice, very pretty. Right. Out at sea, though, there's nothing. No movement at all. So, yeah. It might get a bit stodgy out there, possibly. Right. The source, though, is here. Where these 3 rivers meet, there, it's going in all 3 directions at once. That is really clever. I cannot state how clever that is. Hiding it just in the middle of a junction, a water junction there, that is beautiful. Unless you're looking for it, you would not know. I was completely fooled by that, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Right, let's look at detailing, shall we? Right. The highways, say the trees, etc., all follow the highways and the lines of contours as well, I would suggest, to a degree as well. And the mix of trees, sorry, I'm wheezing badly here. The mix of trees, like I say, it's all vanilla apart from those really tall dark ones, which are the pines. I think it works really well together. Very nice indeed. Over here we've got the vanilla conifers there. And then, yeah, we've got a few. Oh, yes, just love it. And now, we're talking about the contours. Look, see how they're following the contours here? Just marks it out. Do I like the terraforming? It's not bad. Okay, it's not the best I've ever seen, but it's really, really quite nice regardless. Is it the best? No. Is it good? Yes. How about that? Right, what else have we got we haven't looked at yet? So, just loving it. Oh, loving it. Oh, there's a tree up here. This is quite funny. See if we can get in on this one. Right at the top of the mountain there. Normally, I would mark down the tree at the top of a mountain like that. Ah, there you go. There it is. Hello. Like that. That's brilliant. I mean, I find that funny. Okay? Funny is what I find that. And I like it. I'm going to allow it. So, shush. Yeah, we've looked at that already. Like I say, the oil on the docks, just to give it a different colour. And where were we? Ah, yeah, we've got this lake in the middle here as well. It's quite nice, and once again the banks are nice and shallow, so you can build right up to the edge. Looking at the texturing there. Very, very, very lovely. Right, are we about done yet? Oh, I was going to tell you about the name, wasn't I? Sorry about that. Yes, the name, Unknown Territory 2. When you go to load this map, it won't be under that name. Oh, castle, very nice castle. Very nice exterior wall as well. Just tiny, understated, like it. But yes, you won't find it under the name Unknown Territory 2. You'll find it under the name Nirvana. Okay, could you please name your maps the same on the workshop as they are on the saves? That would be very helpful. Took me a few minutes to find that, you know. Yes, am I keen on these Stonehenge style things on the slope? Not especially. I don't think that's the best part of the map. I would have been quite happy without them. In fact, I would have been quite happy almost without the cemetery as well. Doesn't take too much away from the map though. So anyway, this Nirvana map, I think we should I think we should give this some scores. Aesthetically, I like it a lot. Okay, there is room for improvement. Of course, there's room for improvement, but it's still a very good top end of the 4 stars. Detailing. Well, the name, of course, the name is a detail problem, I'm afraid. You're calling it the wrong thing compared to the workshop will lose you a star. Other than that, everything else is just niggly stuff. I'm still very happy to give it 4 stars though. Gameplay potential, very happy. I would play this one right now if I had the time. 5 stars for me for gameplay. Unknown Territory 2 by NotValidated, and it's validated by me with the BonBonB seal of approval. Oh yes, very nice. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget, there'll be something special along tomorrow. I don't know what it is yet, I've not made it, but I'm going to make something special for you tomorrow. Then Monday, back to What Map and a very special Skylines talk with that person. There's a clue 2 days ago. Go and find it. Go and find it.